Well, if I knew what the topic was, I'd love to. Oh my god. Kyle, why don't you explain the topic for us?
Why did you go into an accent, like a weird...
I started kind of turning into a Kermit the Frog kind of thing, and I had
Yeah.
to stop myself because I was like, I can't do this.
That was a weird thing
It's
to
not
just
Kermit the Frog at all.
slowly slip into.
I started to back up, and then I started to try and swallow, and with that started the voice changing. Because you know how I've got this thing where I can move my Adam's apple around and change the pitch of my voice. So I can do that when I'm swallowing too, but unintentionally. I'm sure I've done it in conversation a couple times where you're just sitting there and it's just like, and then down here,
Okay.
what's going on there? And he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so...
Are we getting close to the mic? Let's go.
So, this was... I think it became official like May 1st.
Yeah.
But Saban has...
Saban.
Or Saban? Is it? Okay.
See, I mean, not that I know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, you do. We don't need to pretend. You don't need to pretend.
The fourth wall, Kyle. The fourth wall.
Just so you know, listeners, I showed him and we discussed this before we went on. So
hey, listeners, it's just you and me now. Don't believe the lies that Kyle says. Don't believe the lies.
See, because I know Nick Saban and his name is spelled the same as Saban or whatever. So I've always just referred to him as Saban.
Never heard of this Nick Saban.
He's the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. He's won like a million championships.
Well, it's Saban.
Okay.
Florida.
Anyhow.
California.
So
Steve Carell.
Listen, we have half hour.
We have 35 minutes.
Anyhow, so they've ended their deal with Bandai, and apparently Hasbro has picked, like, there was a thing on, there were a bunch of different websites that picked it up, but it was essentially Hasbro announced that it purchased Power Rangers and several other of the brands from Saban for $522 million. Now, it seems like of those, Power Rangers was the biggest one.
Yeah. Well, recently with their movie.
Yeah. And so now, and I mean, they'll be making toys, the TV series, all that kind of stuff. Like long term, I'm sure
the new Power Rangers TV series.
Oh, they've. I don't think they've stopped.
Oh, is it still going?
I mean, it's not like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like Power Rangers : I think I was like reading on the thing. It's like now it's like Beast Morphers. It just.
Is this on cable?
I think there's a few series on Netflix. I don't know if the newest ones are.
It's 2018. I got with the times. I don't do cable as much anymore.
I haven't watched a Power Ranger show in forever. I don't know.
Disagree. We watched one.
We watched the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like
it was
ago.
Real good. It aged real well.
It doesn't show its age at all. Nope. Anyhow, so like it's a significant investment, sure, and I'm sure like long run they're looking at like toys, TV series. They're like, okay, we're probably pretty good, but I'm interested in what they're gonna do with the movie. So we both enjoyed the 2017 Power Rangers.
I would say it's the happiest I felt ever.
It was an amazing movie, especially as like a fan. So now but apparently it lost money, and as like it kind of like it seemed like critically by the end there. Actually, I'll look at the story, but it seemed like it didn't do very well critically.
It did all right.
I
think I seem to remember it being like
early on. It was like,
wasn't it in like the 70% acceptance rate?
Yeah, but I think it's dropped. Like I think it dropped a bit afterwards.
Is that because people got dumber?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's why.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah, and apparently the Hasbro CEO has announced that like there will be like new Power Rangers movies. I don't think there's been like a confirmation of like what if it's going to be a sequel to 2017 or if it will be a reboot.
I hope it's
just before we got into this.
Fine.
So of the reviews for the 2017 Power Rangers, IMDb has 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Then it's 44% on Rotten Tomatoes and 44% on Metacritic.
Damn. All right. Well, it's amazing. Let's just cruise over those bad reviews right there and just say, what the fuck are those people thinking? It had the Go-Go Power Rangers theme song while they're running through the desert. I can't even speaking about it now. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time.
It won the Moment Heisman.
It did. It
was the best.
It did. And if nothing comes close, it's gonna win my personal choice every year for the rest of time. I don't give a fuck what comes out.
Some might even end up calling it the Go-Go Award for that.
Go-Go.
Anyhow.
Like Go-Gurt.
So do you think that they should reboot it or build off of the first one, even though it didn't do great commercially or financially? Or commercially or critically?
I think the actors and actresses in the first one did fantastic. Particularly all of them. I was gonna say specific ones, and then I don't really remember any of their names.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember the actor's name. I feel like the Blue Ranger killed it. Like, he was like...
Oh my god, he was so good.
Like, the Blue Ranger was awesome.
Oh, Red Ranger was great too.
Yeah. Like,
Pink Ranger. Oh, Trini.
I mean, like, I'll say they were all great. I think the Blue Ranger was probably the best.
He's my favorite, yeah.
But, like, they were all great. Like I said, like, I love that movie. It was... Like, the one issue I have is, like, there's just not enough unnecessary flips.
It's true.
That's the one Power Rangers thing.
They really cut out most of the flips.
Yeah.
Also, unnecessary equipment. Like, the power light. Gives you the ability to see in the dark with a flashlight.
Yeah.
Click it on for the power.
But yeah, it'll be...
Power light.
It'll be interesting, like... And it's like, it left off where it's like, okay, they're building towards something.
Oh, you got the Green Ranger.
Yeah, it's like, so, I mean, they don't tease, like, an antagonist necessarily, like, they just sort of tease the Green Ranger, and he's kind of like an antagonist, but they didn't tease, like, here's a big bad, like, this is...
You're sitting down, they're in detention, when the Green Ranger's back there, he's like, I hate all of you. And they're just like, you're the worst. And he's like, it'd be a shame if I was a Power Ranger. And then he pulls up, and he's the Green Power Ranger now. But the whole time that this kerfuffle's going on, there's a TV. And it's a trailer for Ooze. Just a little bit of Ooze. And then, what's this?
No, you're trying to do, like, say what I was doing, but you totally went through the wrong way.
No, I'm not, I don't remember what you said. Oh. This is me just trying. I want to get to Ivan Ooze. I want Ivan Ooze back.
See, that's what, like, because originally, like once again, like, okay, cool. Green Ranger's gonna be in it. Awesome. Like, I figured, but yeah, as soon as it ended, and we were walking back. I was like, you know, the way that it should have ended. It was them like they're sitting down watching a show, or whatever, and like they leave, and as they leave, like a commercial comes on, and it's like, bye Ivan, like as like. Get Ivan's Ooze, or like just like a really small thing, or as just like the face comes up or whatever. It's like coming to a town near you. I would have been like, my god, this like.
I remember it being your plan being like super convoluted. It involved a 5-movie arc. Am I remembering something completely?
You're
different?
Probably remembering like a different one that I've got.
Star Wars. Probably Star Wars.
No,
you're probably talking Menace, and no. you do the big important ones, Phantom Menace and Clone Wars.
You're probably talking about either my idea for like Green Lantern,
might be,
or it was like Green Lantern, Spider-Man, or Transformers.
I might be thinking of Spider-Man. We do a lot of planning, which we'll probably do in later episodes of this very show, the Boxland broadcast. Come in, you're watching right now.
Yeah. So to get back to because we haven't addressed the original question. Do you think that they should do a sequel or a reboot?
See, if they did a sequel, I don't know who they'd cast. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need more child actors? I mean, we've got the Stranger Things kids now.
Well, and here's the thing, like, they're not necessarily child actors. They're the like
youngins.
Yeah, they're the like in quotes like high school actors. Where, and that's the thing. Like, I think with the whole buying it, it's like they would either have to do it pretty much immediately to make it so it's like, oh, they can kind of still be high school kids.
Well, if they bought the rights to this movie.
Yeah, they own the rights. Like
I know they own the rights to like the product, but does like the people who used to own this movie still get profits from sales from that, or is that also handed over to the Hasbro?
I would imagine probably to Hasbro. Like I think.
Okay, well then, if they have access, I think they should carry on, even though it didn't make a lot of money. Because I mean, otherwise you're just throwing that under the bus. And why would you throw a perfectly great movie under the bus? Arguably the happiest movie of all time under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I would like if it was up to me, I would definitely. I agree. It's like, all right, let's, because apparently they had like 5, like
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's probably it. If they
like they had 5 movies planned, but there was no like, here's the through line of these movies and the plan.
I'm probably combining 2 different things. Yeah. See, if they're gonna keep going with this, great. I'm happy. If they're gonna recast it, this one still works as a standalone. Yeah. I'm gonna be okay.
And I'm okay with that as well. And to be honest, I think they'll probably reboot it simply because it's like new company. The other one wasn't super successful. They're probably gonna be like, all right, let's like redo this. And I know I shouldn't, but I won't be able to stop myself like, oh, I'm gonna watch the Hasbro one because like. But
from the makers of Battleship,
it'll be one. Oh god!
Just know that. Just know that the people who made that movie now own that.
But it'll be
I'm pointing at a poster of Power Rangers.
It'll be one of those things of. It'll be compared to the 2017 one, and I'm just.
But I don't know a lot of people who saw it. Like I saw it 11 times in the theater, but I'm pretty sure I was. At least I would probably account it for 1% of sales. Yeah. Which is not great.
But yeah, there's no there's nothing that I can really say is like definitive like they should do it because of this or they should do a sequel because of this. Yeah. It is just it is one of those things of like because I cared because I enjoyed the 2017 one so much I wanted to continue on with that one. But at the same time, who knows? Maybe they just like they knock it out of the park, right? They're like, "Oh, hey, you enjoyed the 2017 one. Here's like a better version." I'm like, you know what? It all worked out. I'm just hoping that it does work out. Yeah. Right. So,
best of luck, Power Rangers. Are they still called Saban's Power Rangers, or is it Hasbro's Power Rangers now?
I think it's going to be, Saban's
Hasbro's?
Yeah,
or Hasbro's Saban's?
Well, because it was like it was like Saban, and then it was like Bandai, or yeah, I think it was Bandai that had the rights before.
Well, they never put Bandai on the poster. Just says Saban's. Like it does say Saban's right above the word there. You see it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like they own it. Yeah. They were just like, so I think it'll be that, right? Where it's like they've got like their stamp on it, but you know, so we'll see what happens.
All right. So that wraps up that topic. All right. Yeah. Do you have another thing planned here, or is this where I take my moment? I don't really have a moment. I was just like, do you have another thing planned?
No, I mean we could go straight into the like solo review.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
By my moment.
But then you said you don't really have a moment.
Well, I realize it's not a moment. It's a topic. I should have said topic, but I said moment like a fucking idiot.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I ruined your train of thought. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you don't have
the best
words.
I'm trying to be professional. I'm no Trump. I should have studied better at Trump University.
Eating your Trump steaks. Buying your house from Trump real estate.
Oh, what a... Yep.
Getting those sweet SEO terms out there.